the UnitedHealthcare CEO murder. They say an assassination because I guess he's important and shit, but I say murder because he doesn't mean it.
Yeah.
But the murder of that dude that was the CEO of UnitedHealthcare and
Brian Thompson.
Yeah. And his alleged murderer, dude with an extremely Italian name, Luigi, was it Mansioni or something like that?
I didn't even know his name, but
Mansioni, I believe.
Forget about it.
Forget about it, man. And apparently the alleged killer is a from a well-off, well-to-do family, Ivy League educated, went to an all-boys school, and then I believe he graduated from an Ivy League college after that. Wealthy family.
We're talking about the killer, the Luigi cat?
Luigi cat, yeah.
Okay.
And it was such an interesting situation for me, man, because when I watch movies, man, like I always root for the anti-hero.
Okay.
Not necessarily the villain, right? But the anti-hero, the killmonger, right? That the person that's a nuisance, but probably right,
Yeah.
And this is one of those situations, man, I'm never a fan or advocate of senseless death or senseless violence. I'm not an advocate, of bullying. I'm not an advocate of gun violence, anything like that. But shit, man. What Malcolm say something about chickens?
Yeah, chickens coming home to
roost.
So, yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of I'll put it like this, and then I would love to hear y'all opinions of it, man. But the amount of life that was lost under that CEO due to that company's policies.
Yep.
If anybody, and I lost my father 2 years ago, I believe 2-3 years ago. Time has been crazy since then. I honestly don't know how long it's been, but anybody that has ever sat in a hospital with a loved one,
yeah,
and the conversation was more about what their policy covered than legitimately getting them back on their feet.
Yeah,
I think can be sympathetic to the idea of, if you could put a face to that, wanting to do something to it. You know what I mean?
I get it.
So I look at it as chickens coming home to roost, man. But what say y'all in regards to the situation?
So I'll make it. I'll be very succinct about this. It didn't really. And I'm at the risk of sounding insensitive, it didn't really move me, and I'm not surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much aware that there's millions of Americans currently that are suffering through illness.
Mm-hmm.
That the only reason why they're suffering through illness and going through the emotional and physical pain of being afflicted with a terminal disease is because it is not because of the inability to go to the doctor and find out there was something wrong early, but because health coverage is constantly denying them.
Yep.
Even when they have been extremely diligent about keeping appointments and trying to stay on top of their health conditions.
Yep.
So when we get to a place where we see something like this happen, I didn't know much about the dude, but automatically what I felt was this perhaps I try to create a reasonable scenario that made sense to me. Right. And I said, perhaps this was a cat that he just suffered a crushing loss of a loved one.
Yep.
That the person that he lost, their life could have been saved had the health coverage plan that they had with UnitedHealthcare been just been able to offer more coverage to their loved one, right? So this person was just, perhaps so down in the slump emotionally at the loss of a loved one. They're like, you know what? Retribution is the only thing that I can sort of see to make me feel better about this. And if it means that I'm gonna spend the rest of my life in prison, or if I meet death, so be it. Right. And I can't necessarily say that that person in their position, if they felt that way, I know that this might not be the case in this cat, um, that they would have been wrong. Right. The other thing too with this is that one of the things that I see with this situation, and I know that I said that I was going to keep this short, but I just had another thought. The other thing that I see with this is that privileged people can in fact be principled,
Yeah.
right? In the way they feel about things and how they feel about just humanity in general, and people that are often cast aside because they just don't have the financial resources to deal with the things that they need to, that rich people can deal with, particularly when we're talking about health.
Mm-hmm.
So I think one of the things that what's going to happen is it's going to force this country to take a more deeper look at how health coverage is, or how these healthcare providers in this country um, go about providing effective services to people just across the board. And hopefully that'll lead to a plan or some type of legislation finally being passed that ensures everybody has quality health coverage. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
some situations are just out of our hands. People have terminal illnesses, and the only thing that you could do at a certain point is just make them comfortable and send them into a hospice plan. But when there's people that they're diligent about keeping up with their coverage and going to the doctors and trying to do everything that they can do, just to be denied their claims to be denied over and over and over again, that's a problem. And to your point, Z, chickens coming home to roost.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And why you said that? Because like with his bullets, when they found the casings had it was engraved
Yeah, he
on
had
the
writing
word
something on him.
of
Yeah.
deny, defund, and depose.
Mm-hmm.
This dude was geniusly enough to create a 3D printed gun.
Mm-hmm.
So when he caught back, what I'm saying, like 3D printed guns, allegedly, what I'm saying, they got like a jam factor because it's only supposed to be used for several amount of shots, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Um, he walked over and bung bung, unalived the cat. He took off north. They didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
He almost got away
Almost.
until he seen the chick and smiled and took his mask off and smiled at him because he had $1 million smile. You know what I
Mm.
mean?
Mm.
But if you look deeper, he kind of looked like the Joker. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was the Joker because when they found a bag that belonged to him, it was a bag full of Monopoly money.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed that.
I'm like, are we witnessing the Joker for real?
Mm-hmm.
He almost got away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he got back on a Greyhound and took off, and they didn't know where he was at.
Yeah, they
Rich.
caught up to him in Pennsylvania, wasn't it? Wasn't it
Yeah,
in Pennsylvania?
at a McDonald's, and
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
recognized him, and they pulled up on him.
yeah.
And something happened where he was shouting a lot of stuff, and they don't know. He talking about he don't know where that money came from.
Mm-hmm.
What if he was a Manchurian candidate, right? That's one thing. Our conspiracy brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two, this is a drug cartel. You know what I'm saying? The healthcare company they're drug dealers. A lot of times these people are in situations because of the drugs that they prescribe it to them, and it triggers something else, and then it triggers something else, and they
That's a
keep trying
fact.
to suppress it because of Western medicine.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a
And,
fact.
and that's why I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I do my herbs and I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'll figure it
Yeah.
out.
Proven. And what you're saying is all proven.
Yeah, and
You
it's like,
absolutely
like
right.
they keep on saying, "Oh, you're gonna be okay." Well, Let me give you to my specialist. That's his man. Like, yo, I got a nigga for you. They're cutting bellies just to do C-sections just to get a check. That's been proven.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to his mother, or I don't know if it happened to him. I'm not sure what happened, but enough was enough for him. He said, you know what? They may have got sarcastic on him on the phone when he was trying to justify. So he said, oh, word? Okay. And there you have it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And sometimes a man had to do what a man does, and he did what he had to do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I could tell you this though. I bet you all of the heads and CEOs of the other major healthcare providers in this country are shook.
Yeah.
I even heard that some of them they've hired security detail.
Oh yeah,
now,
and they're taking their names off of websites. I was again, I'm not advocating. I don't even know how to say this shit, but I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, yeah. The only other time that I've seen something like this was the brother Christopher Dorner. About 10 years ago, probably now, when he was the retired LAPD
military dude,
and he was like military man, and he went on a manhunt, strategically picking off everybody in the department that he deemed to be unethical or racist or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Obama sent the battle bot in on him, man, and that was the first time in American history that a drone had ever been used on American soil to kill an American citizen.
Yeah.
But dude had the entire I don't know what specific police department that was out in California, but he had them shook.
Yeah.
He was literally Jason Bourne.
Yeah, he was Jason.
Okay.
Yeah, his story is crazy. His manifesto and all of that, man. Like
he had a manifesto.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I'm sure there's a documentary. I kind of remember the story a little bit, but man, my long-term memory is bad. So
what I want to say before you say anything, Z, is that I want to talk directly to LL Cool J. And why aren't you playing this dude in a movie right now?
I do not want it, man, bro. That
niggas love Cool James. Can't play Donut.
With respect to James Todd Smith, man, he's not the best actor, man.
Oh, come on, Z, man. He's been playing movie. Man, come on, man.
I don't want to see Christopher Dorner's life story and shit. He up here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all mean, B?
Maybe he won't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just uncomfortable about the licking lips. I understand, bro.
I am.
I understand, bro. You know what I'm saying? The wife be like, yo, you better chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying?
Christopher Dorner come in with one sock pulled all the way up, you know what I'm saying, with his pant leg tucked in. And like, bro, nah, bro, we don't need that.
He looks just like the dude.
He does, man. He does. He
looks just like him. This is LL's role. Like, he has to play it. Don't let Jamie play it. You know what I'm
saying? Don't let Jamie. Don't give it to Jamie Foxx, huh?
Nah, he gonna kill it. And he's not even supposed to be killing it. Speaking of such, have y'all watched his comedy show special?
I haven't.
He does look like him a little bit.
He looks just like him.
Yeah, he does look like him a little bit. But Christopher Dorner was a stout brother. It looks like.
Yeah, that's stoutest brother. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I mean? I don't like call a nigga stout, but you know what I mean. But it's like, he looks just like him. He could play him. He acts. That's what he do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he played that in Too Deep. He played the heck out of that role. What do you mean?
Did. He killed that. God.
Yeah. He played God well. Yeah, he did that. He did that.
Yeah, he played the heck out. He can act.
Deep is blue. My head is like a shark's fin.
He can act so well that he lost his character when he beat up Jamie Foxx.
No. He doesn't act well enough. Because that was him that whooped Jamie Foxx's ass. That wasn't his character.
Yeah.
He forgot he was acting.
Right.
Jamie said he forgot he was acting. He's like, this nigga's serious.
That's a real punch.
Right. Because he literally, somebody broke into his house years ago, and he like basically
He beat the shit out the dude. Yeah.
broke arms, like
Yeah,
collarbones, clavicles. He did. This is L Cool J. This is not
Yeah.
a dude that you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Licking lips and all. You know what I'm saying? Nah, and that's even worse that he licks his lip before he whip your ass.
Even worse.
That's even worse, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
All right, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is the Daily Walk. This is Aki Bang, Didi Turner, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. Excuse me, the Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. I'm fucking it up. The Reverend Brother Pastor Deacon Dr. Jasper. And we out of this motherfucker.
You got it. All right.